哎呀 ，OK， 欢迎各位的收看，BIOMUTANT 变异什么鬼啊？生物变异 Part 2， 你回来啦！一开始就卡机，哎呦！
He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. Oh, it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the 20-12 months to come.
上一集我就在试玩嘛，就看它的方向啊、画面啊。
But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
我听说这个评价好像有点糟糕啊，没有很多人喜欢。因为这个游戏有点像，哎，我也不知道了，怪底的 RPG game。哦，这就那个树啊，这样小不了啊，所以它慢慢会变大了。哦。 它每 run 一个 frame rate 都要什么？要 KK。
With your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all others. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us.
Muma 是啊，妈妈。
You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples.
Oh, okay.
Wonders if they let... Look, he lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters, the genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse, the Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land, set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive.
所以那边的 map 就开了。
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. 水下战胜，哇，在水里面打。有一个 Resident Evil has tamed the Madrid and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
对了，跟 Resident Evil 一样啊，又是4个。
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own.
他的事了，怎么管那
He
个
wants you to
小屁孩的事？
understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride.
OK，
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the world eaters.
哎，又是这个王，大大非同寻常 ，uncommon， 新主线任务，离开地堡，我将离开。OK， 哇，
Know that the tree of life is dying. Its
这边
days
才
are
开始
numbered.
介绍啊
Without help,
，BIOMUTANT。
it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
所以这个才是 Part 1啊，这个不是 Part 2。触屏 Experiment 10，画面好烂哦，没办法，电脑太烂了，卡到死哎。
A
不是 kick 一下，
signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
标起来作为地图的。啊，小便
Let's
啊
see.
？What？ 小便嚟裝乜啊？哇，你好醒啊！嗱，成堆鳥啊，我得撕啊！
Let's see.
哦，哇，山土龍啊！唉，要冇 kick 咧，山土 lizard。
That must be the world eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The world eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
我會扣命啊！我這邊跳下去喎。Let's do it！
Look,
哎，
a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
有人活着，这个是人来的，这个啊，这是人来的。你觉得那个叫人啊？人家家烂掉，我就要抄人家家，啊，这叫我趁火打劫。啊，揾你死未？啊，真係死咗，唉，可憐。活動一下又要卡一下，你啊
Inflicted by the
醒。
world eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
我会让你自生自灭，我来帮忙。
He's grateful for that.
好，감사합니다。耶！
That's a spark of light in you!
我希望光照已经太多了。
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
这应该是有两个结局是吗？一个是光明结局，一个是黑暗结局。喂，冇 kick 咧，我看都看不到。我转圈圈，又不帅。
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
哎呀，还都过气啊，还管他那么？对，直接去到前面。
Out of Date says you will make a
哎呀，没有看
The
到。
Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and
OK，
regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
那什么？
The Myriad's conviction to stop the world eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing?
OK，
One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
所以我要去哪里
The
了？
Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction, to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the world eaters bring down the tree of life.
Shit.
But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
还要做选择啊，选
Fate
择。
says someone needs to break the stalemate and he believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
结盟，跟这个或者这个的师傅交谈。你的当前任务已开始。
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
OK，
Je ne veux à la de la
Says they're wary of
他们在提
strangers.
防陌生
They're
人都来
at
打
war.
仗。我见师傅，都不能按了。
The Sifu is mindful of his time, but thinks you'll just have to find out for yourself if he's willing to spend some of it on you.
有想到他也会叫他西服。哇，好多！这个就是西服啊。
Zata is muito loho. Kariesne stace.
我要讲 Russian 呀。
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy.
OK，
The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a is
shit,
referring to your
玩错了。
rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. There's some...
啊，有一次按错。
Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. Your Muma.
哎
The
呦，
Sifu says
我
it's
是按
time to
错。
set the past aside, at least for now. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even
选择
you,
立场
and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life.
战胜部落，让毁掉。我可以不要吗？
He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival.
哇！可是他要用那个来吃掉那个树是对的嘛？你改变主意，我会加入你啊！算了，对手就对手吧。
Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war and offers you a last chance to come back and join.
check 个 hand 不了吗？需要这样
He
吗？
urges you to seek protection at Myriad Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side with them.
他在你选择不站在他们一方出去之前，什么来的？什
It
么意
was
思？
built on the back of many, including us, and claimed by Myriad when the construction was abandoned
okay.
after the attack on the old village. It was your Muma's vision for a new home for us all. It's time to say goodbye for now. And if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will meet.
好吧，出回去吧。我好像把我丢出来一样。
Let's see.
所以我的任务就是来这边了。是这个吗？蓝色的。诶，好像不是哦，那是什么？一堆废弃的物加物。
Better beware, that's a monk up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution.
这什么来的？
Deformed and unfurred.
感觉好像很简单这样的。是不是因为它 level 3？哈哈哈！那我也 level 3了啊！那我饶舌他啊！是啊，会 rap 不是吗？
He let you in, but thinks you should be patient.
这两个 trap 在打仗。哇，这个比较样衰一点。
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace.
那又打仗，逼不得已而打仗。
The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in bunker. He heard you took out a date. He's convinced you've returned for a reason and is glad you
为什么
chose
名字
to
叫矮
come.
子，不是媳妇吗？
There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense your kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and 6 weapons. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes.
强
The
迫
one you should coerce first is the Jagni. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to...
这样子就和他结盟了。
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When he wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
这个3个啦，3个地方 ，OK。哦，这个应该是最后吧。
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wong Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to... tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim... Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let... You were all part of the same tribe once, but without your Muma there as a guide, the disciples turned on each other and formed their... Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understand
我终于知道为什么这个没有人玩了，
and unselfish
废话太多了。
and anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes
拜访你童年的村庄，不会是刚刚我那边打的吧？好像是诶，因为刚刚那个是他的村庄来的哦。
time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
又不见我刚刚进来的时候会 draw 我 closer。哎呦，
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far.
话都还没有讲完，就要跟他跳出去。哎，又被小石头了，嘿嘿嘿，又是这个小不点。哎，这是什么古柏？
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today.
他问你今天好吗？无法抱怨，你现在问了我那更好。直接给他丢下去，喂！嘿嘿，旱鸭子，我会努力吸收你的指导。哎，来了。
You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Oh no. Hello, mother.
Promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
Okay, alright.
You know you can't make up for lost time.
Yes.
You should know, practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only make you stronger.
Okay.
She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow.
我现在好像很手黑一样，又答应这个了，又答应那个，真敗家仔，哎呦好煩啊！呢三仔嘅。
He wants to know who you think you are.
不想成为这样人，来吧！嘿，喂，
You suck!
都已经打赢2个了，我现在还要打。No， 我的刀。
She asks,
总会有付出代价，我总会学到的。不会让他笨的。
wants you to prove that with some practice first.
然后就 KK 哎，超小字啊！哇，这样大字这个超小字，哎呀，哎呀，痛！刀。 哦，哦，哦，就那 grasshopper 啊，啊，嗨，原来这是他们弄给我的，哎，可以按到了。
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
好奇他能做什么？
Figuring that out is half the fun. A piece of scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
刚刚要我抓他，还讲 follow me 吗？然后有记录我每一天的生活吗？
Nothing could stop Luke from setting.
所以这个东西就来了，哎，搞破坏。对啊，果然那个是最后的 boss 啊！
Your
开始了吗？
Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire.
所以他的眼睛就这样子盲了哦。
That's just adding fuel to the flames.
这边又要躲了一次了。
Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
这边应该上面会掉下来哦。
Here it comes, the past coming to haunt the present.
喂，阿媽，你識唔識打交嘅你？喂，阿媽，你識唔識打交嘅你
You must go through fire and water.
？Oh no！ 所以我打他是不对的了。
Make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
救我啊，老母！
You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
这个水，他妈的没有力啊！哇，连这个来，这是什么动物？河马是吗？ 喂 ！Oh no！ 然后我就死掉了。游啊游啊！那个河马又出来了。诶，没有了。Oh no！ 打到他妈妈了。 然后就这样沉在水里面了。
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her
不能跳过。
will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
这嘞，还不起来妈的，喉咙沙巴僵哎，打哎！
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next.
哦，他的爸爸。
Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
唉，哦，
What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal.
可见故事有点白痴。哇！所以又变回大自然。
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
怎么突然就来到这边？来踩条血。OK。哎呀！
You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the fluff hulk out to the Farfnaki leaves and let it...
好了，就玩到这边先了。感谢各位的收看。觉得，如果你喜欢这个影片啊，就拜托 like 跟 share 出去给你的朋友或者你家人。如果想看更多我的影片的话，就拜托 like， 拜托 subscribe like 跟 share， 随便啦。谢谢你们收看，我们下个影片再见，拜拜。